children of God, we have to have a difficult conversation. There once was many gods, the many gods of the atmosphere. These many gods of the atmosphere felt really bad because suffering is so bad. So these gods didn't want humanity to suffer. And gods are the ones that created drugs. And gods created drugs so you could ignore reality and just be happy. I'm not going to lie. I will never lie. I'm a good God. I'm not going to lie to people. Gods created drugs. Now, drugs have been altered. Like, a God didn't put bleach to make a drug. So drugs have been altered badly over the years. For sure a God wouldn't put, things that really shouldn't be in a human body into a drug to control people or anything else. So original drugs were probably like those old school tonic elixir medications. Probably just full of really good stuff that's good for people. Like a really great, amazing, fun NyQuil, but in drugs. And it was created to help people to check out on purpose. But you have to watch out. When people check out on purpose, they no longer care about committing crime or doing bad things or anything else. So you have to tell drug people, I'm just a normal goody-goody. I don't do bad things. I don't know how to be a bad person. I don't like crime. I'm not a bad person. You have to spell it out. Because in the world of drugs, they checked out. And sadly, I have to admit, it was the fault of God. So, back in the old days, drugs were so therapeutic. So you could do cocaine in the old days, and it made you feel so therapy and amazing. But humans wanted everybody addicted so they could make as much money as they wanted all the time. So drugs became destructive and hurt people and broke brains and stuff and made them too addicted until they could not live without getting more drugs and turned everything into a nightmare. Well, but drugs are created by gods to check out. So the basic fundamental of drugs helps them to check out of reality. It was created back when the gods created drugs because there wasn't hospitals and ways to check out when you were suffering too unthinkably. So they created street drugs too when you couldn't afford to get a fancy drug from the 5 doctors throughout way too many areas that there were. So back in the old days, there was like 5 doctors and most people couldn't afford them or get to them. So you just rotted in the worst suffering ever known or something until whatever you could do. So the gods created street drugs or all kinds of opium and everything and lots of stuff. And bad people turned tobacco into something that could kill you, and bad people turned drugs into something that could kill or destroy you. But the point is, God's created the drugs, so I gotta take some kind of honesty about that part. And you have to spell out to drug people, I'm just a goody-goody. I don't want to do bad. I don't like to do bad. I don't want to know you people. Because if you hang out with a drug person, like you could say, I don't care about drugs. God's created drugs. I'll hang out with you, but I'm not a bad person. They don't care. They've already checked out of reality. They will look right at you and say, whatever, that's cool. Let's do some drugs and hang out. And they will always entice you to just do anything and everything to get the next drug. Or they will always entice you to break every law because it makes you rich, gets you money, does what you have to do to have a better life. They will always have a rationality because they've checked out. And when you have a drug that helps you check out of reality, you don't care about the rules. And when you don't care about the rules, you just use your brain to rationalize having nice things or doing what you need or need to do to have the life or the things that you want. The scary part is that drugs, when they were altered, also help murderers to be very happy to murder. So you don't really want to be in the world of drugs. And I'm not telling people anything, because the second I tell you don't do drugs, you're going to do more drugs. I'm not stupid. The second mom says don't go out the window, the first thing you're going to do is want to go out that damn window. So what you want to do in life is just sit. Go to my queen, and say, for whatever reason, I ended up on drugs, and I'm tired of running into bad people that always want me to commit crime. Or, my queen, I'm on drugs, gods, but look at my morals. I'm a good person. I don't want to do anything wrong or bad. But drugs kind of take that, self something away from me. And I need gods or angels or somebody to walk me through life until my depression because I lost my baby is over or something. Or you guys can walk me through my drug existence to be a better version of me tomorrow. And what you're trying to do is get to that place where life and drugs let you check out from whatever you're suffering from that led you to drugs, and then work through my queen with gods to go back to a place where you're just a normal, happy, healthy human again. And you don't want to get near drug people or people that like drugs or people that have any tendency towards drugs. But they're going to want to be your best friend or play friendship and try to get you on drugs. So you just say, well, I'm just a really good person. I don't do bad. I like good things. I'm not really bad. I'm sorry. I don't really like those things. Or you just keep deviating because they won't stop. Drug people don't stop. So drug people are kind of relentless and annoying because they know that once they get you on drugs, you'll be just as stuck and living in shit as them. So they'll act really nice and want you on drugs like them. And what's the mentality behind that? Why do drug addicts always want you to be stuck in their drug existence like them? Because they truly believe they're saving you by helping you to check out from the system. Now, this is where I'm not going to lie. Earth and the structure of government is made by gods. Gods made government structure. Gods made religion. Gods make drugs. Gods make medications and IVs. Gods make everything. And when gods made everything, you are living in the preferences of everybody and everything. So that's why I would never want people to be treated bad if they like to be homeless, whatever you guys like to be, as long as you're good people, be what you guys want to be, because you are in a system of the man. Only it's a good god girl, a good god man, a bad god who got some things in here. Like, you're living in a system of a lot of things. So, like, I really like to promote as a god just freedom to choose what everybody out there wants to choose, because you are in a system. So when people have that viewpoint, they're usually realizing that everything is what everybody wants you to be. So they turn homeless or something, and that's their way of saying, I'm not going to become what you say I have to become. Those are usually very creative, very amazing people that just don't push themselves to be winners. They instead get very angry at the system that you're forced to be stuck in constantly, and don't realize how to build something outside the system to make people happy and dream like them, be able to find a different freedom. But see, when they create their freedom, now you're living in their system of what they wanted to build. So see, it's a never-ending process of the fact that I gave powers to things and they just build what they want and you're stuck in what they like or what they want. It's not fair and it's not right. And if you get to my island of gods, you're going to find out I only create what everybody else's dreams are. And I create my own dreams for myself. And when your dreams are the same as my dreams, then I sit and create those things for me and you guys too. But everybody else lives in their own dreams and visits whatever the biggest and best things I could create are at the island. But like, you can't get out of the system today. Like, this is just a system. Like, it's all built. So when you're mad, like, you're just stuck in the system like everybody. But once again, don't go near drug people. Because just because you're a good person on drugs does not mean that's how it's going to go when you make friends with 5 billion drug people. Make sure to stay stuck to my queen, and only stay near my queen, and good gods. They don't care when people are on drugs. They understand that you lose your kid or whatever, you end up on drugs. And drugs are not that easy to get off of. And gods just want to keep you safe, keep you from hurting anyone, keep anyone from hurting you, and keep you in a drug world where you can keep your jobs or keep responsibility, or keep however you want to live, or keep your life existing while they figure out how to help you to learn that life is better than the drugs you're stuck to. You just have to change life until life is more fun than checking out of existence. Everybody gets tired of this fucking world. But it's usually because the world's not a good place. The problem is that you need to get up and make the world for yourself what makes you happy, what makes your dreams come true. And then you realize the problem is that it's just not a good world full of really bad people. And I could say I was a dead god forever. They don't give a shit what my queen is. And I could say I'm a dead god, but at the least I'm a very kind of sad sounding victim female. They'll laugh or abuse the fuck out of me and walk by, and they just need the excuse of crazy or anything to dig right the fuck in. It's a bad world. How many times did they want you on drugs? Because they just love to watch people just live like shit. Because maybe their money doesn't really make them anything, and they know that. Don't look around at anything. Stay close to my queen, and gods that can make you into anything.